Good morning and welcome to the video. It's just gone 6:30 on Thursday the 2nd of June. It's a public bank holiday here in the UK for the Queen's Jubilee, so a perfect opportunity to get a good amount of training in. Now the conditions are perfect down at Westwood Ho, so I'm going to take advantage of that and go for a swim in the sea. I've also got a run planned to do later on and a strength and conditioning session. So this video is going to be just documenting my full day of training so you can see what I do on a pretty regular day when I don't have to worry about work. High tide is in about an hour and a half, so I'm going to leave probably around 7:10. It takes about 15 minutes to get there, then 5 minutes just to get my wetsuit on and everything like that. So should be pretty good timing and take advantage of the high tide. There's literally no swell at the moment, so that combined with high tide makes a pretty ideal swimming conditions. So right now I need to hydrate, have something to eat, get ready, and I'll see you when we're on the way to the beach. Right, so we're on the way to the beach now, and I just wanted to take a minute to give you a tip when it comes to wetsuits. So I don't actually own this wetsuit, and it's one that I hired for the season. Realistically, you're looking at spending probably between 200 and 300 quid, maybe even more these days on a half decent wetsuit. So if you're not going to get a huge amount of use out of it, it doesn't really seem worth it. So that's why I decided to hire mine instead. I did so last year and this year as well. Next year I'll probably look at investing one for more permanent use, but when I'm only doing last year 3 races and this year only 1 planned at the moment and the odd sea swim or maybe at the wake park, it doesn't seem worth spending a lot of money when I'm not going to get a huge amount of use out of it. I think it was about maybe 85 quid to rent a wetsuit from April to October, I think, something like that. So really good value, especially as all the races tend to fall within that time period. We've got about a 10-minute drive left to get to the beach, so I'll see you when we're there. Look how clear Lundy is. Absolutely beautiful down here this morning. Honestly, it's like swimming abroad. I can see right down to the bottom of the sand. Really nice in there. So I've lived down here my entire life, and that is quite possibly the nicest I've ever seen Westwood Ho. It was absolutely stunning down there. The tide was in and I could see to the bottom just pure sand the whole time. It was crystal clear. It was honestly like being abroad. I had a really nice 2k swim, not particularly fast looking at the pace, but really enjoyed that. It was absolutely beautiful to get into the sea again. Now we're heading home, gonna relax for a bit, maybe do a few jobs around the house, and I've got a run to do a bit later. So I'll see you when I get ready for that. Oh, I just remembered, I made the mistake of not putting any Vaseline on my neck before putting my wetsuit on. I don't know if you can tell, but it's absolutely red raw and really quite stinging and painful. So yeah, don't forget your Vaseline. So I was going to get a clip of me enthusiastically running back into the cul-de-sac, but quite honestly, that run did not deserve one. That was absolutely pants. I can't believe how poor that was. So before I go into the run itself, there was 2 reasons as to why I didn't take the camera with me. One, I put my Saucony Endorphin Speed 2s back on today for the first time, and these were the shoes I actually rolled my ankle in and broke my foot. So I was a little bit apprehensive about trying them, but touch wood, they went okay. And the second reason was because I was going down onto the Tark Trail, and as you'd expect at this time of year, it was absolutely full of holiday makers. Kids on bikes, dogs not on leads, that sort of thing. So I didn't want to have to worry about trying to film and run at the same time whilst dodging those. Now, onto the run itself. I did go in with good intentions of doing 10k, and I did do 10k. So I broke it up. I did a 4k warm-up down onto the Tark Trail, and then I did 3k at what I was hoping was going to be a tempo pace, and it was. That pace isn't quite as quick as what I'm used to, but okay, I'll accept that. And then a 3k cool down back home. So that tempo block in the middle felt like I was running maybe 420 kilometers, maybe 430. And every time I looked at my watch after a K, I found out I was only running at like 450k speed, which was quite a bit slower than I was hoping for. My heart rate was also pretty high as well throughout the entire thing, even the warm up and the cool down, pretty much hovering around 150 the whole time during both the warm up and the cool down, which is too high. And especially on the cool down back home, honestly, it felt like I couldn't even lift my feet off the floor. It felt really sluggish, and it was honestly like running for the first time ever. Now that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but compared to how I was running just before I broke my foot, I was really pleased with that performance. And then to come back to this now, yeah, it's a little bit disheartening. Now, things I could have done differently. I probably shouldn't have jumped in straight away with a 10k. I've only been running back a few weeks now, and they've been like 3 to 5k max a few times a week. So to immediately double that after already running 2 5ks earlier in the week, I probably pushed myself a little bit too much there. And I'm not sure if I fueled well enough either for that. I didn't think I would need much, to be honest, but it's so hot out there, and I didn't have a decent meal before running and coming back from the beach earlier, so I probably should have fueled a bit better there. But what's done is done. Can't do anything about it. Just need to take these away as learning lessons and hopefully come back better next time. I was going to go and do my last session of the day, a quick maybe 15-20 minutes of strength and conditioning now, but after that and how much I'm sweating and I can actually feel the salt on my skin, I think I will jump in the shower, have something to eat, and then do that a little bit later. So I'll bring you along to that, and you can see some of the strength and conditioning work I've started to do recently. Right, so a bit of a change of plans. I ended up taking a page out of Triathlon Dan's book and had a nap which lasted, I don't know, maybe 90 minutes to 2 hours. I was absolutely shattered earlier, and I still am now, to be honest. And my foot is a little bit painful after the run earlier, so I'm not going to do my strength and conditioning session today. We're also going to be going out for tea at Stacey's mum's very soon, so time's a little bit more limited. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to have a quick go on my swim band and do a bit of a stretch. So still something positive. Pretty boring to watch, to be honest. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. You can click on the screen just there to see my latest video, which was how I was putting into practice what I learned through the swim analysis with Jack. The next video is likely to be a pain cave tour. I know I said that in the last video, but I tidied up the garage today. Everything that belongs out in the shed is back in the shed now. Gave the garage a good tidy up, so that will probably be the next video. So make sure you're subscribed for that one, because that's going to be a good one. Yeah, I think that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you drop it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.